Hey, what's up guys, this is Brawl here. Now I'm going to do my live reaction to Food Wars 208. It's titled Feet Planted on the Ground. And we're going to fully get into the full battle. We're finally going to get into the scale of the Shokugeki we have right now. With Ishiki, Soma, and Miyosaki. Or that's his name, I totally forgot. The 4/3 seed of the Elite 10 versus the 3 new Elite 10, versus the 2 new Elite 10 members, and Nine. So let's see how this goes down. And you know that someone got soba, and soba is one of the Elite 10 signature dishes. What kind of luck does he have? I have no idea, but let's see how this turns out. My friends who snatched away from me, I'll be taking them back now. A white hot colored as the resistance Shokugeki rages on. Okay. Here we go. Oh, but before we get into it, now let's give over the rules of it. This is a reminder here how the whole version of Shokugeki works out. Chefs who receive a victory mark shall continue on to the next round, and are eligible to participate in subsequent matches. If one side completely eliminates the other in a clean sweep, in 2 consecutive matches, that side shall be named the victor. Participants are permitted to support their allies' cooking. So basically means that it's a group of, like I say, 5 on 5, and one person cooks for the other. One person from each team continues cooking until one person beats the other. And we keep going on and on until somehow we get a consecutive 2 straight victories. We get straight victories, or one team eliminates the other. But the other team members can assist the other. The other team members can assist the others on their cooking. So it doesn't matter who gets the most, who gets a clean win, or it's a full sweep. That's how it depends on. Yes, so it's basically one team member is 1 versus 1 from the group, but each member in each round, and it's 1 versus 1 from each side, and the one who receives the victory mark on that first round will move on to the next round and continue going on. Whoever gets 2 straight victories, on either side is automatically the winner, and the participants are permitted to support the other's allies' cooking. So it's basically kind of like a gauntlet. It's more like a gauntlet. Like one person goes in, another person comes out, and it keeps going forward until you get 2 straight victory. Until you get a straight victory. In this case, 2 out of the 5. Well, 2 out of the 5 in this case, but for 8, I'm guessing we're looking at 3 straight victories here. Or maybe 2 actually is official. Now enough about the rules, let's get on with the match. Since we have on the rebel side, it's Senna, Migashima, Satoshi, and Soma. Or Tosuke, Satoshi, and Soma. And the elite side, and the other 2 are the elite. Did she betray us and side with the enemy? When did that happen? Well, she does kind of give out the vibe that she is dismissed to influence and authority. Any exposed are forced to sit in the match in a cage. Special spectator seats, as they call them. The time limit is 2 hours. There really is something special about Soma-kun. Hey, it just said you've only got 2 hours. Can't you hear the lovely Ura-chan's announcements you sent about? Ishiki said, hurry up and start cooking already. At any rate, Yuki, what the hell did he mean when he said he's going to make instant yakisoba? Instant yakisoba. Instant yakisoba. Do you forget his opponent's superior top-class soba artisan? Ishiki, it seems you've really been keeping an eye on that freshman, but given the theme of this card is soba, what can that boy possibly do? Or give him a little bit of a flashback to her organs. When Kinokuni Nine started learning Japanese dance, she was about 4 years old. As one born into the prestigious Kinokuni family, she shouldered the large responsibility of carrying on the equity of traditional Japanese cuisine and culture. Thus, she was absolutely required to study dance, music, and the like. But that was not all. She also learned the ways of calligraphy, judo, danigata, the taishogato, Japanese ballets, and much more. A Japanese string instrument. And this ain't just the one that is on the ground and you have to do it like this, or it's almost completely. She spent nearly all of her time after school, and on weekends, buried in her lessons. And on the way home from after school, she would gaze at her friends from class, envious of their freedom to stop and play as they pleased. Or so one may thought. In truth, that wasn't the case at all. It wasn't? He wasn't envious? It was in her very nature to steadily and laboriously gain experience and polish her skills to perfection. And what's more, she absolutely loved to have others watch as she continued to improve her technique. And of course the same goes for her cooking, especially when it comes to soba. My dear students, watch closely. These are the skills of a kunokine, She carefully stirs the soba using her four fingers and thumb mutually. Again, I'm going to explain how she does it with her hands, with her bare hands. Oh, that's me. She's not making even a single wasted movement. It's all perfectly moving. You can tell that soba is taking on a stickier and bulkier. My phone? It's hard to believe that she's managing to do all this with those slender arms. What insane power! Her secret lies in her lower body. Her lower body? Are you checking out of that ass, Arena? She's able to produce all of that power by transferring every last drop of the energy created by bracing her legs and hips straight to the soba. Stirring the soba so there's no need to dilute it with extra water. Through this process, true soba containing the bare minimum amount of moisture is born. Just imagine it. Oh, okay. I wonder what sort of marvelous dish Kunokuni will weave for us today. Hey, quit drooling over there to the explanation of the enemy's cooking. Why don't you try taking your own advice, Yoshino? Both of these two. There is a certain saying. 3 days cutting, 3 months rolling, 3 years kneading. This expression refers to the amount of time it takes to fully master each of the respective roles in crafting soba. Oh. So 3, 3, and 3. Of 3, it said that the kneading in the wooden mixing bowl is by far the most profound, and takes the most time. The very sight of her working speaks volumes to her experience. 3 years is but a paltry sum, compared to the sheer weight of the countless years and months of experience she's built up in front of the soba mixing bowl. Nothing less from a noble member of Central, one who guides the average students to the world of true cuisine. As if we're witnessing the work of a living, breathing soba textbook. A round of applause for Miss Kunokuni. Isn't soba, isn't? Isn't Yuki soba, isn't? What's the matter, senpai? Yes, Soma, you were able to continue winning up until now. But what recognizing your instantaneous creativity and unauthorized ideas, and maybe a few noble bluffs thrown in there here and there. But those ones will get you absolutely nowhere in this battle. Carefully accumulating experience and knowledge of the rich history of Soba alone are what allow its true deliciousness to be drawn out. And you lack both of those. You say he lacks the experience and the knowledge? Well, in a certain type of dish, yes, but knowledge and experience, I don't think that he lacks those. Oh, if you think you can even hope to match me with a... Let me start that again. If you think you can even hope to match me with Soba, you're surely mistaken. And that demon mask. She's like saying, you better think. You think you can beat me with that dish of yours? You're out of your mind. Why don't you just give up, or you'll be in for a world of hurt if you don't. A little bit of a flashback here. Now in summer, how do you plan on winning against the Elite 10? How you ask? No matter what thing they throw at me, I'll use my quick wittiness and then and there, and wham, like that. But you went and lost the Pacific Sorcery Battle back at the selections, didn't you? But Hayama wasn't the part of the Elite 10 back then. Yeah, that was true. He wasn't part of the Elite 10. Because we were defeated was your inability to match Hayama's focus aroma attack power, which broke through their dishes' defenses. The 10 you're about to clash with have all mastered a certain art of cooking to absolute pinnacle of perfection. You'll surely find yourself in a fierce battle that can't be overcome with spur of the moment, quick witness alone. Guess you're right. But you know, Soma, you too have one specific area that you've accumulated lots of experience in that won't lose to the likes of them, don't you? Huh? What area? Turn your experience as a diner cook. Appreciate the warning, Kunio-kun-senpai. But you see, all I'm gonna do is make my Soma style. It'll have Soma written all over it. Wait, what does he mean? To the students who don't know, you're about to witness what he means by that. Like I said, it's my anyone should know what Soba style means, and... Wait. Is he using... But man, new making machine CCs are sure are amazing, eh? The dough comes out looking all pretty looking. And they're just staring at him with a complete, utter silence. Like, seriously, what is he doing? That's gonna get you any far, and here comes the... Oh, they're all laughing at him. Yeah. Aina, Kuhuri, and Azami just looking on. Maybe he has something on his mind with us. He didn't actually give up, did he? He's quietly waiting his chance to seize victory. No, he hasn't thrown the match away. Not in the slightest. What? In the world of soba and udon noodles, everyone makes a fuss over the word handmade. But just because the noodles are handmade doesn't mean they'll be delicious. What makes them delicious is the outstanding skill of the hands in question. As a matter of fact, there are many famous restaurants which only perform the mizu mawashi by hand and utilize machines for the rolling and cutting. Among soba fanatics, it's common knowledge that the use of the machines is far better than poor handwork. And its soba has one more remarkable feature, specifically the ratio of the flour thickening. Look at a small pack. 1 and 9. His, and in contrast, his is 2 to 8. So a ratio between the two is very different. That's a misunderstanding there. However, patrons not used to will receive the lack of thickening as a bad thing. Feeling the noodles are dry and crumbly. More explanation to this. Gotta aim for my own kind of soba. And that sure ain't no weird gourmet food that only a tiny elite could ever like. Good, honest food for everyone. Something any patron could just come in, order a bowl, and get a smile on their face. I'll show you what this kind of soba right here, right now. He has no hope of standing up to me in soba quality alone, and yet I can feel him right at my back at this race. Still, at your present level, the difference between us is but the undeniable truth, Soma. At this rate, your victory is a complete impossibility. Should you be in a further process of winning, the kind of all you get, Soma. So mentally she's saying, I accept your challenge, basically. 17 minutes into this, because there was so much discussion between how we got into a small origin story of what Kuni's life was like as a child, and the myth of how soba is done by using the hands. But someone uses a machine for it, and he was going to distinguish between what different means and what homemade is. But now that was just that chapter. Because this is something, we have this match to go right now on the card, but the other two matches, they're going on the sidelines. We still don't know what's going to happen right now, so we'll get more later on. We'll get more later in later chapters. So until then, leave a like, subscribe, comment below, share it with a friend, and I'll see you all next time in the next video. Laters.